And
Rashid, for if I've learned too that, so that's, I think that's a great plan about trying to make it half salad, so that, or like certain, before the rice and the meat and whatnot. But for certain mosques, if you do your um sunnah prayers um immediately after the Fard prayers, for Maghrib, you're going to be in the back of the line, and that's all that's going to be left anyway. So
Yeah. Well, depending on where you go, right?
Yeah,
Depending
depending on
on
where
your
you go.
masjid, right? Not all masjids is like that.
So
So
I want to throw out a quick disclaimer for those who are new Muslims that are tuning in, because you mentioned us bringing up the Tarawih prayer and stuff like that. The Tarawih prayer is a voluntary night prayer that can be prayed after Isha during the month of Ramadan. Um, while it's good to pray it, to pray it, you don't have to. It's voluntary, right? And praying at the masjid is good. But again, if that's something that is difficult for you, because depending on which masjid you go to, the Tarawih prayer can be very long. And if it's difficult for you to stay the whole time, you can just stay for a couple rak'ah if you want. That's what I normally do. I normally will stay maybe 2 to 4 because I have a
yeah,
difficult time doing the 20. Like, I have work in the morning. I can't stay until 11, 12 o'clock at night. So don't feel like it's something you have to do. It's something that's good to do if you can, but if it's difficult for you, just praying Isha at the masjid is it will suffice, inshallah ta'ala.
mashallah. And I think, Brother Kenneth, though, my own examples is that I put so much emphasis on showing up for those prayers of Taraweeh, um, before even for the first 20 days, for the 10 days that weren't a part of Etikaf. That was just because of proximity anyway. Um, that I did make it a difficulty for myself, that it wound up really draining myself.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it seemed that my schedule revolved then around the Taraweeh prayers at night, and the rest of the day was, work and then sleep. Um, so, of
Hmm.
course, find a balance, find what works for you, find what works for your family, as long as we're, doing what we have to do. Um, but, don't make it a hardship for any of us. And I think that's one of the reasons why the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you know, he intentionally skipped nights, or skipped at least one night, to make sure that we didn't make it a hardship for ourselves to do these sorts of prayers. Otherwise, people would think that it's required for them to do it.